Hello everyone, this is Sunniva.
And this is Johannes.
And you're watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And welcome back to Keep or Cull, the series where we play a lot of games and then decide if we want to keep them in the collection or cull them out of the collection. And there's so many games that we have played, hundreds and hundreds of them. I don't know how many anymore because this series was supposed to be 1 year and now it's all the years in the universe. But today we have 14 games ready for you.
Not hundreds and hundreds.
Not today, no, you would be sad if you thought that. 14 games, quite a few, I think like 6 or 7 trick-taking games, and the rest are not trick-taking games. So if you don't like trick-taking games, you can skip those if you want to, or you can stick around and see if you learned something new. And also subscribe. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's start with the first game, which is on your side.
It's Best Candy on the Block.
Are you ready for the battle?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, boom!
It's a cull from me.
Yes.
A keep from you.
That is correct.
This was all right. You have like cards with multiple suits.
Yes.
And you have also some special cards that kind of change up the rule for that trick when they're played. And you have a card that is secret that tells you that you want to have cards of a certain type to get you points.
This is actually a game where I like the theme.
Oh, yeah.
You are trick and treating and you're trying to eat candy and you're trying to eat a lot of the specific candy, either the color of the candy or the specific type. But the player who eats the most candy gets a stomachache and gets no points for their tricks. So I really enjoy this, and the fact it's kind of mind-melting because it's more than one suit. And it's when it's your turn, you can play any card with a suit that's in the trick.
Yeah.
So it's not like you have to follow the suit of the leader if you can just play any card in the suit. So I think it was interesting enough to want to play it again.
Okay.
So we are keeping it. It's a small one as well, so it's easier to keep. Next up, talking about small games, this is Gachapon Trick from Daniel Newman. It's very small. And when I see this, I know it's like the small balls where you get the toys inside, but I see like a smiley face with this artwork. There is something about these lines that is kind of like a smiley face. Like that is it's an eye and then it's a mouth. It looks like it's a face. I don't know why. But let's do the thing.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, boom!
Another cull from me.
And a keep from me. This was fun. This is a trick-taking set collection game. You have to have your own poker chips or whatever. We use some small, super cool poker chips from Eagle Whiffing Games, which might be your favorite currency in games. It's a kind of straightforward game. It's a must-follow. But then it's all about the number of cards. So let's say I play purple and you play purple and the next player doesn't have purples, they play blue, and then the next player also plays blue because you can play any color that is in the trick. So now both are the same amount of that colors, but the highest number in the one of the colors is going to win. So it's not exact, it's not the leader that's going to win. So let's say I play purple, you play blue, and the other two play blue, I'm out. And then it's the highest one of the others. So you're trying to, and then you have to buy cards from those, and you want to have more of the same color. So I think it's a game, it's kind of interactive in a different way than many trick-taking games, because you have to try to like block people more from winning specific cards and winning specific tricks.
This was very unique. I haven't seen it done in this way before, and when you play it the first time, just like, what is happening now? I think the negative for me with this game is that
it's so small. That's the negative, right? You only
so
like
small. I only
boxes.
like big boxes. Well, it's kind of hard to stop. Like being the leader in this game could be very good for you if you have especially the high cards. If you only have low numbers, it's really, really hard to win anything and do anything at all. So it's sometimes a little hard to break that cycle that the people who has already a lot gets a lot more.
And it's not like in many trick-taking games where it's also good to not win.
Yeah.
So, but I really enjoyed it, want to play it more, so it's going on the pile of small games.
Next up, Trick or Bid.
Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, boom!
It's a double cull.
You see, I can cull trick-taking games.
Wow, I'm so
proud
of you.
People said it couldn't be done, but here I am disproving them.
I thought this was cool because you have the person who's winning the trick.
Yes, the winner.
decides if they want to keep it as a trick,
yes,
or if they want to like not have a trick but take one of the cards and the number of that is their bid for their round. And also, the first time a player does that, that color also becomes the trump.
Yeah.
So you have some, maybe that will change how you play, and suddenly you all have high bids, and you really
somebody's gonna lose.
Yes. Or very low bids, and yeah, I thought this was fun.
I really liked it. It was just like it was a good one for like introducing to trick taking, even though it had like that little twist that was more interesting than I thought it would be, but it's less interesting than the other that I want to keep.
Yes.
Next up is a trick taking game called Idle Hands. Are you ready for the thing? Which is the paddle that says keep or cull on two different sides. 1, 2, 3. Boom!
It's a keep from the both of us.
This is really cool. I like this one. You have 4 cards in front of you, and depending on the number of players, I think that it's gonna be basically gonna be the lead suit. So when it's my turn, I have to choose one of the cards face up in front of me and place that to the middle of the table, and then I have to play a card from my hand in the same suit if I can. And it's all about not getting the 4s and the 1s. And no, the 8s, sorry. Because the 4s are -4 points and the 8s are -8 points. I lost horribly in this game, but it's very interesting and very unique, and I want to play it more.
Yeah, me too.
So we have another one, which is a trick-taking game.
It is Gnaughty Gnomes.
Gnaughty Gnomes, okay.
Yeah.
It's a 4-player only game, and now we're doing the paddle before we talk about it, because this is the first time we do this video. 1, 2, 3. Boom!
It's a oh, I thought it was a double cow.
No,
but it's not. You're
it's not
keeping
a double
it.
call. This was very interesting.
This is trick taking combined with area majority, kind of.
No, 100%. It's actually that.
And you play in teams. And this is an interesting one because you're trying to set up your the player that you play with.
Your teammate.
Teammate, thank you. I'm not a team player.
What is that name for a player that's on your team?
Yes, I don't know. For success, but not the opponents and all of because this is a weird game where you can play whatever card you want.
Yes.
You don't have to follow anything. But the higher, like it's a hierarchy. So let's say that red is better than purple.
Yes.
Then a red 1 is better than an 8 purple. I don't know. Yes, you get it.
And then you place things on the map and you try to get points.
Yeah, depending
we don't
on
need to
what
do the whole
colors.
rules.
Depending on what colors are in the trick.
Yes.
That is interesting. And the values will change of the...
And the values will change. I really liked it. I think it was
basically.
interesting. I want to keep it.
Yeah.
Let's put it over here. And now you know how to play Gnaughty Gnomes. Next up, we are doing a trick-taking game called Tricktakers. This is a very thematic game where there's a competition to be the best trick-taker in the world. And then you will play one of those trick-takers, but you will draw them 8 rounds. It's not like you're actually a person, but you're kind of trying to be one. And then you get to play with very varying rules. And it's very different. And it's a very unique one. Let's do the paddle. 1, 2, 3. Boom!
It's a double keep.
This was great fun. I enjoyed it. And this very weird and very like the game is it's kind of an asymmetrical trick-taking game.
Yeah.
Because you have very different reasons to play. You even have different cards that works differently from the other players. All in all, a kind of unique and very more of the advanced side of the trick-takers, I would say, because of all the variables and all of that stuff. And I want to play it more.
Yeah, I think this is my favorite of the bunch.
Okay.
And I thought it was very cool to have like a character that you wanted to go all in for that character's play style. And you looked at your hand and thought, okay, this time I think this character will be good for the cards that I have on my hand. And you also try to not only do well yourself, but also to keep the others from fulfilling their goals as well. Next up is Cudillero.
It's not a trick-taking game.
No, it's not.
And it's a review copy.
Yeah.
So let's do the thing. Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, boom!
It's a double cow.
Yes.
I was a little let down by this game because I thought it had some cool things going for it. You have some cards on your hand and you're playing 3 of them and you're playing them like secretly. and two of them are going to be basically bids, and then the last card is going to be what you want to do, your action. And if you are the one that has played a higher number, you get to do both of the things on your action cards and not only one. And your actions are pretty limited in this game, so you want to do a lot of stuff. You want to build these buildings, basically, and they have different elements to them that have different types of scorings. And for me, I thought it was, you got to do too little, that I didn't feel like I was just like getting there. And it was cool the few times that I won the bids, so I could do multiple things, but that wasn't that often. And I would, it's not the same game as Walking in Bruno, but I'm going to compare them because you're building things with scorings in that game too. I'd rather play that.
This felt like it was trying to take that kind of game and make it a bit more meatier, but in that way making it a bit more clunky and not that good. Next up, we are going to have another review copy of 1980 Sixtina looping games with their XXXX, the year series. The year series. It has for us been like an up and down. Some of them are really good and some of them we haven't liked a lot. So now we're going to do the paddle to show you where this one lands. 1, 2, 3, boom!
It's a double Cull.
I will say this lands in the middle.
I would say so too.
Because we have played a few that we just didn't like at all. And we played a few that we really liked. This one was just like there. It felt like I was playing a faster, a bit more interesting to me version of Ticket to Ride. Drawing cards, hoping to get the right colors and with the right numbers, so I can play that into a lot of different small area majority games. And it worked very well. Like, it was very smooth. It says 45 minutes. I think we used 50 minutes with 4 people, which is like, it is a fun game. It just wasn't one that wowed me into wanting to play it again.
It's fairly simple.
It's impossible to open the box.
That's a big negative. If you don't like the game, it's a huge positive. But
you can talk about it while I try to open it.
It's fairly simple to get into, to understand.
Not actually to get into it. That's almost
true,
impossible.
That's impossible. But once you have opened the box, the rules are pretty simple. And I thought, like, the timing was my favorite thing about this game, because you can either use your action to draw new cards or spend cards to get materials, because to actually put your things on the area majority
I did it.
Cards,
now I'm going to close it again.
You have to have discs, which you spend, and then also trying to sneak in on like one painting just before it scores, for example, or that you don't, if you match the number exactly, you get a bonus, but if you don't, you get some other benefit. I thought it was fun.
And now it goes on the Cull pile.
Next up is...
It's Glow.
It's Glow, yes.
Because this is just another language.
Yes, I think it's French.
I would guess French.
Yes.
I'm bad at languages. That's not Norwegian.
I don't know.
Are you ready?
Yes.
This is a real copy. 1, 2, 3, boom.
It's a keep from me, a cull from you.
Cull.
This is a beautiful game.
Yes.
I just have to start with that. And I think if it wasn't so beautiful, I might cull it, because it's so beautiful. But what you're trying to do in this game is that you're drafting dice and cards.
Companions.
Yes, companions.
To accompany you on a journey.
Yes. So you might see like, oh, that's a perfect companion for me, but I only get 1 die, or... and that's 3 dice, but I really don't want that companion. And you're rolling your dice, and then your companion says what abilities you can use those dice with. So sometimes if you have these 2 symbols, something negative will happen.
Dun, dun, dun.
But you're basically trying to get points and other bonuses, and trying to also move on this map with it basically matching the symbols on your dice. It's pretty luck-based, but I thought it was fun.
It's one of the better rolling dice and being luck-based games I've played in a long time. But I'm not going to choose to play it again.
Yeah, we can call it.
It's up
fine.
to you, basically.
Yes, I know that our friends that we played it with will keep it for me. So
and now, a little trick up our sleeve. with another trick-taking game.
Boom.
Boom, it's the last one. Trick-taking game. This is a trick-taking area majority game as well, actually.
Yes.
It's a map where you move dudes around, so it's a dudes on a map trick-taking game where you try to win by getting victory points. Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, boom.
It's a double keep. Oh, you're very unsure.
The thing is, if I knew you were getting Cull keep, I would do Cull to be like, I also choose Cull sometimes, even though people don't believe me.
I thought it was fun.
I need to play it more because this is one of those where I heard it was one of the best trick-taking games of all time.
Yeah.
And I played it, I was like, it was fun. And
I thought it was cool.
Yes, I need to play it more to get over that because sometimes you're just like, oh, I'm really excited to play this one because people say it's so amazing. And you play it and you're just like, where is the amazing part? And then I sometimes need to play it again so I get to know, okay, I know what I'm going into now, and then I can enjoy it.
Yeah, what I thought was cool is that no matter who's winning the trick, the card that you play, you're going to do an action with.
Yes.
And the person who wins the trick is only going to score some bonus points if they even have area majority in where they are, so they might not be the ones who score even. And at the end of the round, you will see the points for that round for the different areas. So we're trying to position yourself until the final scoring for that round, but also sneak in some extra points during the round.
Enjoyed it, want to play it again, but was like on the edge. Next up is
Perspectives,
which is like unlock, kind of weird to have here, but we just want to include everything we play.
Yes.
And talk about it. Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, boom!
It's a double keep.
Perspectives.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the blue box.
This is cooperative based games with a story.
It would have been a horrible game if it was exactly the same thing but competitive.
It wouldn't be a game.
It would not be people saying, I'm not going to tell you anything.
No, because you're basically, you look at cards, you have like a narrator or a story that sets like the scene, and you're trying to communicate to the other players what you see on your cards so that you together can figure out what is happening and answer some questions to progress in the story. And all of the different stories that we've played through so far has been unique, challenging and fun. Maybe a little simple sometimes because we're really good at this, I think. But I have fun every time I play this game.
Yes, they are a bit easy, but it's not awesome. It's made so that most people will enjoy it and not just people who are very much into puzzle solving.
Yeah.
But it's a very unique game in that, as you said, that you're basically sitting around the table and just speaking about what you see on the cards, the few cards I have in my hand. So it's a very unique one, and I am excited to play more. In this box, everything is like history-based. In the first one, not like actual historical things, but like back in time, whereas the first one was more modern time-based.
Yes.
Next up, we have a Kickstarter. I think it was Game Phone, actually. This is a heavy box. This is Bone Wars, which is one of the last. Somebody said last time when they said it was the last. Algae Inc. is the last one from Game Brewer. This is one of the last. Penultimate. I like that word. Penultimate. I enjoy that word. But now we talk about the game. Bone Wars.
Yes.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, boom.
It's a double Cull.
Which is sad because I really wanted to like this game. And it's not that I didn't like it. It's just that it was fine. There is this scoring thing which I think was supposed to be the most interesting part of the game that you're building up. And it might just have been that you need to play with people who are super mean.
Yeah.
That you need to play this game as a super interactive, mean game where you use as much time to tear people down than to build them up. And I think if you do that, it might be more interesting.
Yeah, but the thing is that you can switch sides in this conflict because it is like a rivalry between two of them.
Othniel C. Marsh and Edward D. Cope.
Yes, they were not friends.
No, and they wanted to be the best at getting dinosaur
the very best
things.
that no one ever was. But the thing is that like you can change which team you're on, and you can be also forced to involuntarily change, because if people the last round see that that dude fella, he's doing a lot of good stuff. He's winning this Bone Wars.
Winning.
then they won't probably want to be on his team at the
Yes.
round, and you've built him up, and you can't join him no more. Well,
You
I
can
thought
go to an action space and
that's
change.
true. Yeah, but then everybody's getting. But yes, I agree with you. The scoring thing, I didn't. Didn't feel, and you're getting so much points there, so it feels like it doesn't really matter.
And the other things we did in the game was things we've done in many games, which was fun and worked well, but was not engaging me in many ways.
Yeah.
This is a heavy box. And next up, how many do you have left?
One.
That's the last one?
That's the last one.
Okay, so 2 more games to go. This is another review copy.
It's Stifling
Dark.
Yeah.
A one versus many game of horror and darkness.
Yes.
That's stifling. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It actually says one versus many hidden movement horror board game with an innovative line of sight mechanism for 2 to 5 players.
I agree.
Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Boom.
It's a double kill.
It is.
But it was very unique. I
was.
liked many aspects of this game. Like one versus many, hidden movement. There's so many things that I shouldn't enjoy about this game. But I thought in a hidden movement game, this is pretty unique because usually the ones who are not hidden are trying to find out, like reveal where the hidden person are. But in this case, you are mostly trying to avoid the hidden person.
Calling a person, it's like a
Creature. Yes.
Or presence.
Yes, and so you knowing where that presence is hugely helpful, but it's not necessary most of the time. And also you have flashlights that you can activate. It costs energy, but then you can like look for things and also look for the creature that is haunting you.
That's pretty cool because you're actually placing this little flashlight thing on the board.
Lights up.
And it doesn't actually light up.
Yeah, it's electrical. No.
It's like it actually lights up the board and then you can see through the board. But
No.
it was in this genre. I enjoyed it, but the more of these I play, the more I'm like I want to go back and play Fury or Dracula, which is basically more straightforward, but it doesn't take 16 hours to play.
Yeah.
Because I don't like co-op games because people end up discussing things for 16 hours.
It's important to know how we almost died, but we didn't.
Game, Citta. I don't know how you say it. The City.
Yes.
This is an older game. This is like from 1964, I think. 1982, 2001.
Well, I know if I'm going to keep or kill it.
19.
Regardless
There
of the
is
year.
probably 1963 or something. Okay, it's not. Are you ready?
Yes.
BGG will tell you the truth.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, boom.
It's a double kill.
I enjoyed this one. It was very fun to have played it once. It is a game where you are building up cities and you're trying to be the best at specific things. Like there's colors basically. So it's a majority because if I get close enough to your city and the people then demand culture and your city has less culture than mine, people from your city will transfer and live in my city instead.
Yeah.
And the game is all about points, and the points are the people living in your cities.
And if you have space for them, that
Yes.
is because you can also get too many people or not enough food for the people.
They then leave.
And also, if you have like a city and a lot of people build close to you and steal all your people, your city crumbles to the ground. I was a little unsure because it was fun, but there's so many games.
I'm very happy to have played it, but I will never choose to play it again. So now
That
we
was the
have
last game.
Those are the games. Again, we are keeping small games, which is nice.
Yeah, and also perspectives. When we are finished with all scenarios, we can call that as well,
That
and
is
somebody
true.
else gets to play it.
Best and worst experience of this pile of games.
I had no really bad experiences.
No, that wasn't the question. It was best and worst, not best and really bad.
I think maybe Bone Wars was my least favorite.
For me, probably Bone Wars or Cudillero. So I'm gonna go Cudillero because you had the other one. And best.
I think I liked the Tricktakers the most.
Yeah, Tricktakers or Idle Hands for me. And that is the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it because we enjoyed it. We filmed it and we liked it. And if you like watching us do things that we filmed and talked about board games, for example, which we just did in this video that you just viewed with your eyes and listened to with your ears and maybe even smelled with your toes, then you can actually do something called a subscription. Yes. And usually when you go to Netflix, you go to HBO, you go to all of these streaming platforms, you have to pay for your subscription.
Yeah.
But here we have a crazy good deal for you. For $0.00 or whatever currency you use in your country, you can subscription to this series forever.
Yes.
Great deal. Would you take it?
Every day of the week.
Yes, you can only do it once if you don't make more accounts. So to help us to 1 million subscribers, you can do that and we get more and more every day. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Sunma.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.